What is going on, guys? It's Darren
and Morgan
with TNT Overlander, your host of the Southeast Overland Camping Event. And this is the start to our new live video vlog series. Now, we're how many weeks away from the event now?
8.
We'll go with 8. I think that's about where we're at. So, excuse me, if you don't know, the event is March the 28th through the 30th, 2025 at the historic historic Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. Sorry. Had a few technical things going on, but if you are joining us, if you would, in the comments, comment where you will be attending the Southeast Overland Camping Event from. We like to know, A, what state you're coming from, and B, how long of a drive you have to get to the Southeast Overland Camping Event. How far was the longest drive last year? I think
Colorado, Utah?
About 20 hours,
yeah,
roughly. So we have people come from all over the United States to the Southeast Overland Camping Event, and it is a blast if you've never been to it before. So we do have an agenda kind of that we want to go over tonight. Let me get that pulled up over here. But first, let's talk a little bit about us. So who are we?
I'm Morgan.
That's Morgan. So who are we on Instagram? Who are we on social media? Where can people go and find us? Which is Instagram, Facebook, YouTube?
Yep. Under TNT Overlander is usually going to be the easiest place to find us. We do have an event page for Southeast Overland Camping Event, exactly like behind us. And you're probably watching from one of those pages. So those are the easiest places to find us.
Yeah, and if you want to see more about the event, you can join the Facebook event page, or you can also join us on the Facebook group. We have a group with over 5,000 members now from all over the Southeast, and it's an awesome opportunity to connect and maybe chat with individuals of where you want to attend from, or where you might be traveling. I know if we go to Florida, we might catch up with somebody down there, and say hi while we're down there. Anyways, what else we got going on? What kind of vehicles do we have? So I'm going to try to do this real quick. This might be absolutely awful. Boom! Look at that. So these are our vehicles, right?
That is a vehicle.
Oh, sorry. My bad. So that is the TNT Overlander Gladiator. Now, we are a Jeep family, but that's not all that we have, right? What else we got?
We have Jeeps.
Oh, yeah, we do.
We have Jeeps.
We have friends with 4Runners and Toyotas and Subarus and everything
We used to
else.
have a Toyota. When I met Darren, he had a Honda. Converted to the dark side.
You love talking about that.
Well, I was thankful. I got to drive it for a while when my Jeep was broken. So
let's pop that up there. So those are pictures of our Gladiator. And if you have seen Morgan's vehicles, we have an XJ, a TJ, your black Wrangler,
JKU,
and
an MJ,
a new Comanche. Well, not really new, but new to us.
Brand spanking new from 1990.
270,000 miles on it.
And it doesn't go to drop.
Sometimes. It's a Jeep, so it does have problems. But yeah, those are our vehicles. We like to take those, on adventures, on trail rides, to hang out with friends. As long as all of them are running, and whenever the ones are not running, we still have something to drive and take out with us. So yeah, what do you drive? Well, we do have Josh with us. Josh will appear in some of these videos in the next 8 weeks, but he's right behind the camera right now, shaking his head no that he is not going to be in the video, but he will make an appearance, as well as several others throughout this vlog series. What's on our next agenda?
You have the notes.
I do have the notes.
Sorry guys, it's been a long day.
The weekly lives. What are these weekly lives going to consist of?
Us talking live.
Okay, besides us talking live and having fun, we're not always going to be in here, right?
That's true. There's going to be some times where we're on the road.
Yeah. Sometimes at events.
Yep.
Leading up, we already know we'll be in Florida for one live video.
We will be at Save at the last of the month.
Yeah. But what else is it going to consist of? So we've got every Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Come sit down with us. Why do we do a sit down? Well, we're trying to come up with a name for it, and maybe it's going to stick. What did you think whenever I told it to you today?
I mean, I think it's fun. I think it's catchy.
I stole it from a friend.
Well, then it's kind of, what do you call it?
So we're going to call it On the Rocks with TNT Overlander.
Copyright.
No, it's not copyrighted.
Copyright infringement.
It is not copyright infringement. What do you guys think of the name for the live video? So it is kind of a vlog series. We plan on maybe keeping this up after the 2025 Southeast Overland Camping Event with more product overviews, more sit-down talks, maybe throw some trail rides into it and show you guys that. Probably not live because that's pretty dangerous. But yeah, what do you guys think of On the Rocks with TNT Overlander? Now, a lot of people say, Overlanders, we don't do rocks, so we should call it On the Gravel. And maybe we'll get some pellet ice, throw it in a glass one night, and call a series On the Gravel. You're trying not to laugh at me right now.
We can do that.
It's kind of quirky. I like it. I don't know. We're still thinking about what we can call it. If you have an idea of a name for the vlog series, comment it below. Let us know what you think it should be. So back to the live videos. We're going to have a Q&A session, right? You guys can ask us questions in the chat. Questions about the Southeast Overland Camping Event coming up in the end of March. Or you can just ask us questions about us. We get a lot of that kind of stuff.
We do, yeah.
So, and it's usually very good questions.
Yeah, and most of our vlogs leading up to the event will probably start out with the status of where we are with the event, answer any questions we got throughout the week. But we'll also take a lot of time to talk about products we love that we use at home when we're camping, things like that. And we'll also have some guest appearances.
Oh, guest appearances? Mm-hmm. Like Josh?
Yes, like Josh.
Lonnie and Dalton?
Yeah, we're thinking about, obviously some of the people that you see at our event, but maybe also some of the people that work really close with some of the products that you all know and love. So things like that.
Yeah, and these might not even all be products. Like the one that we're going to show tonight is not even used, or I guess shown off at the event. They're not represented. This is just something we as overlanders and travel enthusiasts use ourselves. Mm-hmm. So I think that's really, beneficial to you guys. All right. So what else do we have to chat about? We already kind of went over a little bit about us, TNT Overlander, but we've been doing this for 5 years now.
Yep.
This will be the 5th year of the Southeast Overland Camping Event. Which event was your favorite?
I wasn't there for one. I feel like a lot of people think that's their favorite because it was just a weird event.
That would be our 3rd annual in Lansing, Tennessee.
That was the 2nd.
That was the 2nd because this will be our 3rd year at Brushy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. So which one is your favorite?
The first one.
You like the first one?
It'll always be my favorite. That's where it started.
It was a lot of fun, and we had a blast. If you guys have came to all of them, thank you guys so much. But we do our events here in East Tennessee, mainly because that's local to us. It's home to us, and we want to invite you guys to come to our area, our home, and hang out, hit the trails, and enjoy vendors and all this other awesome stuff that we put on at the event. Training classes, trail rides, everything.
Yeah, when we first started, there wasn't much of anything that happened in East Tennessee overlanding-wise. And so it was a way for us to get a lot of like-minded people together or people that were trying to get into the hobby because we did start during COVID. And so it was just a big opportunity to get outdoors. And so that's why we like to keep it where we are because it's where our roots were. So no matter how big we get, we'll probably always have at least one event in East Tennessee.
Absolutely. And we talk about possibly outgrowing Brushy one year. And even if we do, I think we'll still do something small there. Mm-hmm. It's a great venue and a great place that I think you guys all know and love. So let's jump into the 2025 Southeast Overland Camping Event. God, I'm so excited, but I'm dreading it because there's so much pre-planning.
Yeah, I have a lot to do.
We all have a lot to do. So what's on the agenda for. Should we play the little teaser video that we have?
Sure, why not?
Sweet. We do have a little promotion commercial. Let us know what you think. We'll be with you here in about 20 seconds as this hits and we grab a sip of water. All right, so that's just our little 22-second teaser that we have about the Southeast Overland Camping Event, which if that does not get you pumped and excited, wait till next week's whenever I make a new one, because I just realized that I need to change a few things in that one. But we have a lot of fun coming. I'm going to throw this up here on the bottom so you guys can see it. Those are the dates. If you do not have it booked on your calendar, start adding that to the calendar. Come and hang out with us. I promise you, I know you do too, this is an event you don't want to miss.
Yep.
There's tons of people that you can ask for recommendations, past trips to the event. But it is March 28th through the 30th, once again, at the historic Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. We got Mike here. He said he's having a little bit of issue with the volume. If anybody else is, let us know and we can see what we can fix on our end. So let's talk about the event. And if you have any questions about the Southeast Overland Camping Event as we're going over it, please let us know, because I mean, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
We're here to answer your all's questions, make this trip enjoyable so that there's no hidden agendas that you're just driving up into. You know what you're going to do. You're going to pull up, you're going to set up camp, you're going to enjoy some vendors and a ton of other stuff at the event. But what else do we have going on at the event?
Lots of vendors. We have raffles every single year. We don't know if we're going to do 1 day or 2 day raffles, so we'll see. We will have live music.
Hopefully both nights this year.
We're going to try to have it both nights.
Yep.
What else? We're going to have tons of training. Our training is always a huge hit. I know I'm missing stuff. Lots of food options.
Let's talk about trail rides for just a second. We had a lot of questions come in this week about trail rides. Now, the event itself, the Southeast Overland Camping Event, is not hosting trail rides, but we have some vendors that are going to be attending with us that are hosting trail rides for our attendees. So we're not going to release the names of those vendors just yet. But if you wish to sign up, those will be at the vendor booths. We'll have that information posted to which booth to go to sign up. It'll be easy and medium trails, so both green and blues, and usually either Windrock Property or TWRA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we'll have that information for you guys before you get there so that you'll know to, go ahead and get your hunting pass or buy Windrock pass so you don't have to worry about the spotty cell service while you're there.
Yeah, and, a lot of that is just due to, I just completely blanked. I lost it.
It's private property.
Yeah. That's it. It's private property. Here in East Tennessee, we don't have a lot of free trail rides. And with that, you have to either buy a trail ride pass at Windrock, or you have to have the TWRA Wildlife Management Area OHV passes to ride those. Gavin, we are not going to host a night trail ride, but if you wish to do that, then we can definitely talk about that later, to where how you can announce it, and we'll give you a post as well, so you can make a post for signups for the SOC night ride. But us as TNT and SOC will not be hosting the trail rides this year. And let's talk a little bit why we're not hosting trail rides.
Well, one, we don't have time.
I would love to go hit a trail with you all day and escape the event. I know Morgan would too.
But the issue is, it's just me and Darren that run this event. And then we have some amazing team leads for our volunteers. But I mean, last year we had a total of 6 people helping us. 7 people helping us. It's probably why we saw the same people over and over. Great people, great work, but we all work to the bone. So as much as we would love to go trail riding with you guys, we just can't do it at our event. But that being said, we would love to do something throughout the year, and we're going to try and do that. So just wait for after the event, and we may be able to get on the trail with you guys. And then also, it's a liability thing for us. We're liable for the event and working with the owner of the property. So our insurance doesn't cover the trail rides.
Yeah, once you leave the property, it kind of X-nay on the insurance. So just to be safe, that's why we're, having some awesome companies who are very amazing.
Well-versed.
Yeah,
They're well-versed in the trail community.
They are, especially here in East Tennessee.
Yeah, a lot of them, they frequent Windrock Park at least once or twice a month. And so they know these trails like the back of their hand, and most of them will pre-run these trails for you guys. So you will be in good hands.
All right. So let's talk more about the event. We have some awesome sponsors coming up to this year's event. I'm going to put these on the stage. So our title sponsors, the big boys of the Southeast Overland Camping Event. Who do we got?
We have Ironman 4x4. We have Coast Products. We have Midland USA. And we have Scrub Blade.
Yep. Those are 4 companies that are total amazingness within the off-road and overland community. And, they not only support us as TNT Overlander, but all of these companies have been a part of SOC for at least 2 years or more.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty awesome. They want to keep coming back, and they want to keep enjoying the Southeast Overland Camping Event and being a big part of it. And then we also have our area sponsors, which are the Morrison's Outdoor Adventures, Site 7, Rhino USA, and X-Grid Campers. Now, each of these sponsors have an assigned area, and I think it's, pretty awesome because Site 7, they're over the entertainment, the raffle area. We've got the Morrison's Outdoor Adventures, who are fantastic off-road and overland trainers.
Yep, you know and love these guys, and they're amazing.
They do all of our training classes. Well, not all of them. They do most of them. We got to give them a break every now and then. We have Rhino USA, who is over the vendor area, and we also have X-Grid Campers, who is, of course, over the camping area. Now, we just did an event last week at X-Grid Campers.
We did.
And we saw a lot of you there. Hope you all had a blast just like we did. I know I came home Sunday and slept most of the day.
I was up pretty early, but, yeah.
I was not. So, yeah, but with those companies, helping us, that helps the swag bags be bigger and better. That helps signage. It helps run the event and make it just as amazing as you guys. Let's talk about Midland for just a minute.
Okay.
So Midland's a big part of the event.
Mm-hmm. Midland has not always been part of our event, but when they started 2 years ago,
3 years ago.
3 years ago, I mean, they jumped feet first and wanted to help us out. And I mean, Midland's fantastic.
Oh yeah, I mean, they help in.
They're a lifesaver for our volunteers and our staff because they provided all of our radios.
Yeah. We set a channel that you can run to and from the event. And then we also have an event channel while you're on site where we do all of our announcements on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty beneficial. We get a lot of talk about that because the attendees, you don't have to listen for a loudspeaker. You can have a radio clipped to your pocket or clipped to your waistband, charge it at night, but during the daytime, you can hear when classes are going on, where trail rides are lining up, when the prison's going to open, give you, a 20-30 minute heads up so you can make your way from camp or from the vendor area to one of those other places that you want to see at the event or activities that you want to participate in.
But we also use it for inclement weather. And we also use it, we have a repeater so we can reach out to any of our folks that are on the trail rides at Windrock. So if something does happen, we'll be able to know what's going on and send a crew if we need to.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's just so many great features come out of having Midland a part of the event, and we're so thankful for them. Let's talk about event amenities. What can everyone enjoy while they're at the event? We got food and drink, right?
Yep. So if you all have been there before, the Warden's Table is a restaurant that's on site. Well, this year they have opened up a new restaurant. It is a pizza restaurant, and I have heard it is amazing. We haven't had a chance to get out there, but we will get out there before the event. And we will also have a drink truck.
Yeah. So coffee,
Yep.
smoothies, and a few other things on top of the beverages that are served at the warden's table. There's also a 21 and up beverage tasting that you can partake in while on site. Brushy Mountain Distillery is on site, and you can enjoy tasting some of those things if that's what you wish to do. Now, a big thing about hosting an event at a prison that opened in the 1800s and closed in 2009 is that you get the chance to tour the prison. Now, you've toured the prison a lot, right?
I've been there a few times, yes.
What do you think of it?
I love it. I love history. It's very creepy at night. But we're not having night tours. That's a separate thing.
Yeah, I know that's the thing that's asked every year is if we can do some night tours or some ghost tours. And once again, liability getting several hundred people inside of a prison at night when it's dark and limited power.
Yep. And
it's just not safe.
Yeah, and it's cold, it's dark, there's no lighting. I mean, there's just a lot of liabilities there. But if you like history, you like cool stuff, you're there anyway, I think it's a great opportunity to go and tour it, because I mean, it really shows you what some people went through when they were there. I mean, it's not just going and looking at the cell blocks. You've got the gymnasium, the cafeteria, there's the outdoor area.
There's all the stuff that was confiscated once they removed the prisoners and moved them
museum area
to a different place.
There's that dark room. I don't remember what that's called.
There's
like
just
the hole
so
or
yeah, the
something?
hole. There's just so much
Solitary
history
confinement.
that you can enjoy walking through there. It's quite humbling a little bit too. Definitely take the time if you've never been inside the prison to go do it. I always recommend that you at least tour the prison 2 times. That way you can really take it in. We usually go still 3 or 4 times a year, walk through and enjoy it ourselves. It is quite scary if you're there by yourself. Whenever I go get some content for the event at the prison, it's a little creepy. I will say that, but it's a lot of fun. Prison tours, we don't know the hours and which days they're going to be open, but if you want to do that, tickets will be purchased at the event separately, not included with your normal registration to the Southeast Overland Camping Event. But we will put up and post all that information leading up to the event as we get closer and as more comes out. I mean, we're still 2 months away, so we got a ton of information coming out and a lot of weekly updates. We're gonna have showers on site this year.
Very limited.
They are very limited, and they do cost extra.
Yes. So Pete, the owner, has been working on a new RV park area, and you will definitely see it when you go. It's hard to miss. It's near the pizza area. And there's some showers that are available, and so for an extra fee, you'll be able to use one of those showers. We still have to work out some of the details, but there are showers on site.
Now, with those showers, this is not a pop-up tent, set up side by side. This is truly like going to a gas station and paying to rent one of their showers with a locking door, sink, toilet, shower, everything that you can borrow for a small fee, or just shower at camp. We allow that as well. Might be a little cold though. It did get cold last year. Restrooms, we've got standard bathrooms and portable bathrooms. The standard bathrooms are open during the day up at the prison and the warden's table, and then porta potties all throughout the camping area. We've talked a little bit about training classes. Last year we had 15 training classes in 2 days that were all included with the event. What's your goal for this year for training classes?
Over 15.
Over 15. 15 plus training classes. Now, with that, if there's a class that you want to see, or maybe you want to think of a class or of one in your head, leave that in the comments, or send us a message of, hey, maybe we could have a class on this or a class on that. I've ran into problems with this, or I want to know this more. And we can definitely talk with our instructors that are certified and have them see if they can talk about that. If you want to see our class schedule from last year, it's still on the website, TNToverlander.com. Click on the event, scroll down, and it's right there. Check out last year's schedule. Talked about nightly raffles, live music, and the biggest of biggest, we've got vendors on vendors on vendors.
Yep.
Now, vendors are open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning. Friday's 10 to 6:30, Saturday's 9 to 5, Sunday's 9 to 12, which we ask everybody to be gone from the property by 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Right?
Yep.
How many vendors are we looking at this year? I mean, I know we have a goal of how many companies we want represented and to be on site. And that goal is...
I want to hit triple digits.
I want to hit, 100. I want to get over 100 companies represented on site that you all can enjoy while at the Southeast Overland Camping Event. Got a lot of comments coming in, but not a lot of questions. Like I said, if you have any questions for us, leave those in the comments. We would love to answer them and get that up for you when we can. And if you don't want to come to the event and camp with us, we have an option for that, right?
Are you talking about day passes?
Day passes.
Yes, we do have day passes. We had them last year as well, and it was a pretty big hit because a lot of people are local, or it's just a couple-hour drive, or they're just staying at a different campsite. But yeah, you can come visit me or Lonnie at the check-in booth and pay to get
$15 to get in.
$15 for a day pass, and we'll get you a wristband, and you've got all day to browse the area.
I think kids 9 and under are free, is what we said. The day pass information is on our website as well. For a small fee that goes to support the event, to support us hosting this great event. It's an awesome opportunity. Mm-hmm. Even if you're just local and on the trails at Windrock, which we get a lot of those too. All right, let's see. What else do we have going on?
And we do want to note that this event, if you haven't been, it does happen before the prison is open to the public.
Yep.
It's only seasonal. So I think we're open. We're doing our event a week before opening, a week or two before opening. So that being said, if you do come to our event, whether it's to camp or get a day pass, you will be one of the few that does have the opportunity to tour the prison before it's bombarded by the general public. So it's going to be a little bit less crowded for you.
Absolutely. Now, we did have a question come in. Let's answer some questions because there's actually quite a few, and I just didn't scroll up enough. Number one, how many vehicles are we expecting to camp with us this year? I know we have a goal.
I don't know. I expect it to be more than last year.
Yep. And so I think we're going to be 400 plus camping with us. That's our goal. And I think that's a reasonable goal to hit, especially with how sales are going. We are sold out of premium camping. That was an additional charge on top of your weekend driver and passenger pass. But even with that, we still have our standard camping. So Neil, I would say 400 plus in the field this year. So
that sounds like a lot, but we know we can fit over 600. So,
absolutely.
So keep that in mind.
So Josh is really good with laying out stuff, engineer stuff. And what's really awesome is he can put the squares that we estimate to have in the camping field, and that can give us a rough estimate of what we have.
But that also means that if you have a trailer, please be honest in your form and say that you have a trailer, because we use all the information that we get when you sign up to estimate how many people can fit in the field. So if you say you don't have a trailer and then you show up with a trailer, it, puts us off a little bit, but then you also have to pay for your trailer fee at the gate. So.
Yep. Are pets allowed?
Yes. Dogs are allowed. They have to be on a leash at all times. They have to be well behaved, and you have to pick up after them.
And we also ask that you I know the prison does not allow pets inside the restaurant unless they're service animals.
Or in the prison.
Or inside the prison. So please don't lock your pet in your vehicle or at camp and bark and disturb other attendees. So be ready for that. Our camping spaces first come, first serve. Oh, look at that. That was really cool. I didn't know I could do this. So our camping spaces first come, first serve. So general weekend camping pass, which is a driver and passenger fee. You would show up on Friday morning. Please no earlier than 7, but we open the gate at 8. And those spots will be first come, first serve. So, yes.
You can save one spot for somebody.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. So if you're coming to the event, and let's say it's me and you, I'm going to meet you at the event in like 9, 10 o'clock because I can't get there that early. You're going to save my spot, right?
Yep.
But if it's you getting there early and trying to save our off-road or overland group's spot,
I can't do that.
you can't do that. One spot per person, please. That's what we ask.
And we will have parking attendants, so just let them know that you want to save one spot, and they'll do that for you.
All right, so we did have a question. This is actually funny, so I'm going to pop this question up. Anyone want to sell me their premium spot? David, good luck to you, buddy. Those are all sold out, and those went quick.
They did.
Which we have a surprise that we're going to announce at the end of this video. So if you have a premium camping spot, stay toward the end of this video so you can hear something special for you all. All right. I'm just checking for questions real quick before we move on to the inside of our end part of our video, I should say. Link for TWR trails. There's really not a link. So there's Catoosa Wildlife Management Area, and there's the North Cumberland Wildlife Management Area. Those are close. Also Tackett Creek.
And Brimstone.
And Rural Blue.
That's
So
horrible.
those are definitely the ones to look up for that. Just checking to see any more questions from anybody. Boom. Back to the camping question. Approximately how much area will be given to a premium spot? So premium spots are still a 20 by 20 spot. You just get to be front row. And 20 by 20 should be big enough. You know, the Gladiator, our Gladiator's 20 feet or 19 feet long. So about 20 by 20. Usually we give a little extra. And with the awning up and camp, then we're about 20 feet wide. So that's pretty average. You know, we're not going to ask you to overlap awnings or anything crazy. So all camping spots will be about a 20 by 20. All right. Let's go on to the next part. So in these live videos, in these vlog series, still coming up with a name. We're going to check out your names later whenever we get done with the video that you think it should be called. But we want to give out some company spotlights. And the first couple videos are going to be, of course, our sponsors, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to pop this up for just a second. And actually, it's going to be a few minutes. We're going to get smaller, and this company is going to pop up because I think they are pretty awesome. You want to talk about this company for a minute?
Ironman 4x4. What can I say? Originally started out in Australia, have a super awesome background on how they became the company that they are. And they came over to America, and we benefited from that. We've met some of the most amazing people we've ever met, and it's an amazing company and amazing products, and they're constantly changing things for the better. Yeah. They'll ask you what you think of a product that you have or you've tried out, and they actually take your comments to heart, and they go back to their engineering and try to fix any problems. And it's we've seen it firsthand, and it's fantastic. Yeah,
we've been a part of them or a part of the team and helping out and hanging out for several years now. What's really cool about the Ironman team is that, yes, they're kind of newer as a business as Ironman 4x4 America, but they've been in business for a long time. Mm-hmm. They know what they're talking about. A lot of stuff's tried, true, and tested in Australia. I mean, check out the new monotube shocks up in the top left-hand corner. Really, really excited to see those. All sorts of lifts and level kits from Subarus to Jeep. I mean, they've got everything. Toyotas, yep. A lot of Toyotas.
They've also got a lot of revamped recovery gear that you will probably see tried and tested in some of the training classes that Mike hosts. So I would definitely go to that because their recovery gear is pretty cool.
Now, we run a lot of their gear, mm-hmm. and there's going to be something new coming towards the end of this month, and we're going to talk about that as much. So something new to look forward to on one of our Jeeps from Ironman 4x4. So stay tuned for that.
We should be able to talk about it at the end of the month. That's safe.
Oh, yeah. And you can actually maybe just look at it, get your hands on it, and actually see it as safe. Mm-hmm. But we run a lot of Ironman 4x4 stuff. I mean, our awnings are fantastic. They're Delta Wing Series, blackout fabric, the ensuite shower. I know that's one of your favorites.
My favorite.
You want to talk a little bit about the shower?
I can. I don't know if it's available.
I can play the video
Please don't.
from Ironman4x4America.com. Now, if you wait, I got to interrupt this for a second. If you want to check out an awesome video that we filmed at Expo East, head over to Ironman 4x4 America, go to the ensuite shower system, and go to the video. Morgan does an awesome job in the video. It's one of your first featured videos, right?
Yes. And if you all know me, you know I am not a camera person. I don't like to be in front of a camera. So when she got me to do that, everyone was flabbergasted. Anyway.
Sorry, I had to interrupt with that for a second.
Video aside, I really do love the ensuite shower because we go to a lot of events, and sometimes we go in the heat of the summer, and of course you're going to want to shower. And I personally don't like to shower next to my vehicle during events because you don't know who's going to walk by. You don't know people that are parked next to you half the time, and people will pop up drones randomly, and a lot of showers don't have a roof. But this ensuite has a roof option. You can roll it out or roll it in. The fabric is blackout. We went out. It was midnight, 1 a.m., probably the darkest it was going to be for the night. And we were out camping, and we put a flashlight, one of our very bright Coast flashlights, right into that fabric, and you couldn't see anything, which I love. You can't see a silhouette. You can't see who's actually in the tent or in the ensuite. But it's also really nice to, what?
Thanks, Josh. He put a link to your video down there showing the ensuite privacy shower tent. So after this video, go check out that.
At Ironman4x4America.com.
So it's actually a really, really good video. And it's a great product.
Tons of options. And that's one of the products that they took people's comments to heart and made some changes.
As well as the tents. I mean, we have the Ursa tent. Pop that back up for a minute. The tent to the left, we run it, the Ursa 1300. We mentioned the Delta Wing, and they're having a new Raid roof rack series come out soon. So I'm excited to see the roof racks.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see the roof racks because I've seen some that are not great from other companies, but I would love to see theirs.
Let's talk about one more company, and then we have a product that we want to show off to you to end the video. Like I said, these videos are going to be about 30, 45 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, every Thursday night at 7:30. But product-wise, who else you want to hit tonight?
You don't have any more slides?
I got slides on slides. I've been working on this throughout, the past couple nights. Let's talk about scrub blade wipers.
They also have red ones.
We will get to that. It's on the next slide.
I'm just saying. So
scrub blade wipers, if you need a new wiper, check these wipers out. They're at Walmart and several other places or online. Walmart is the cheapest option.
Yep.
So make sure you go there.
But you can also go to Pilot Flying J's. I think at your major truck stops, they'll have them.
And then they have different editions, the black editions, the silicone, and the platinum series. I know I run a platinum series right now. They've got glass cleaner. They've got washer tablets.
And they smell nice.
Just the green apple, right?
Yeah.
And you can just drop a tablet in there.
I can't use them, but
you don't have any washer fluid.
I have a hole in my tank.
But honestly, if you are looking to upgrade your wipers, not only will they be at the event selling them at a discounted rate, but you can get them personally beforehand. We have them on almost all of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's really cool, so it's a two-part blade, so it might make a little bit of noise, but with that two-part blade, they actually have some material that's, I guess, kind of engraved or cut out in there, or a design, so that whenever it goes left, it scrubs, and whenever it goes back down, it scrubs and wipes. So you get, a scrub and a wipe each time with the two-part blade. It's fantastic. I took them on the winter trip, and as you can see in a lot of the comments, there's tons of people that run them, and trust us, trust them. Fantastic wiper blades.
Yeah,
But
and Jackie runs great deals she had an amazing deal last year at our event.
yeah, hopefully it's going to be the same deal, but we don't know yet.
I don't know. It's Jackie. It's always
As
gonna be
you were
amazing.
saying, also, they do have a colored option. So if you are kind of picky, like somebody
I did not
beside
choose
me,
my blades, to be honest. So Jackie is a sweetheart, and she knows that I love my red XJ, and she got me red Whoppers. I thought it was the sweetest thing, and they look great.
but yeah, I mean, if you want to, you can get white, blue, green, orange.
I'm gonna get pink.
I mean, you're surprised I've not got the orange
I
ones
am very
yet.
surprised.
Red, pink, and the shade blade is what that series is called. It's a fantastic.
They work really well.
Fantastic wiper. Any of their series is. I know the silicone ones are kind of just newer. It's a newer model. And they also have some heavy duty ones as well. So if you drive a big truck or anything like that. Now, lastly, we want to talk about one off-road product tonight, or overland product that we use. You want to tell them the story?
You are more than welcome to tell them the story.
Why don't you do it?
Okay, well, we have a dog. And he's not the smartest dog. He tries really hard. If you've met him, you would understand. He is part Malinois, and so it took him a minute to figure out that he can jump. And then he realized he can jump the 6-foot privacy fence in our backyard. And so we put a collar on him for when he did jump. And it worked really well. It vibrates, it shocks, it talks to him, that kind of stuff. And it connects to your phone. It's like Bluetooth and all of that. It's GPS coordinated. And we stopped putting it on him for a little bit because he was doing really well. He figured out that, don't go past the fence boundary. Until he did not figure out that you cannot go past the fence boundary. And he jumped the fence
last week.
Yep. And he's okay. He's fine. He got picked up by animal control and went to doggy jail. And so now we are putting the collar back on him. And what we want to do is talk about the collar and how it works for us, and the capabilities of it, because I think it's a great option for when you go camping for your furry friend, so you don't always have to keep them chained up.
Absolutely. So let's pop that up there, maybe. All right. So we have the Halo collar. Now, we're not sponsored by Halo. We pay full price for this. But one big reason that we bought this, and you can see Blitz, he's the one up front in the picture there on the left, and then Kiona's our older shepherd in the back. She couldn't jump the fence even if she wanted to. She is a little older, but our youngster Blitz enjoys jumping. Now, let me pop that down for just a second. This collar, it's heavy duty, it's waterproof, and with the subscription, it works off of cellular and GPS data. So whenever we go camping, like we want to take him doing, we can set up a geofence around us where we're camping at, and he can stay within that geofence whenever he learns the noise, the vibration, and if he goes past it, maybe a small shock. Usually, the vibration does it. I mean, I don't know if you guys know much, but usually about dog training stuff, the vibration, they hate it. This is a fantastic product that we like to take with us, and we had an experience to where we just hadn't been using it at home. And whenever he jumped the fence and ran away last week, we were scared. We were scared a little bit. Couldn't find him. A sweet young couple picked him up in the middle of the road, took him home, and called animal control. So they came, picked him up. Yes, like Morgan said, he spent a night in doggy jail. But if you camp and you have dogs, this is a fantastic option to, if they do get away from you, you can still track them via GPS. And actually, he jumped the fence yesterday. And we knew immediately he was outside of the perimeter. But he didn't go far because he already came back into the front yard that had a geofence around it as well, so we can play ball with him in the front yard and everything. I think this is a fantastic product that we love in overlanding and camping.
Yeah, and it's really nice because it's got the little loop on it. So we usually have a tag on it, but he ripped the tag off, so we'll have to get another one. But there's a part where you can put the tag, and then also a lot of people use the little lights that you can connect to a collar at nighttime, so
Mhm.
you can see a little flashing light running around when they're running around camp, and this can easily fit on this as well.
And I like that it's heavy duty, it's waterproof. I will say one negative side to this collar in the overlanding world. So you do have to take this off every single night and charge it.
Mm-hmm.
The battery lasts about 16 hours. It's really hard to turn off, and that's so the dog cannot turn it off. You got to like hold it upside down, press 3 buttons, and flip it over. But it's a fantastic opportunity. So that actually it's flashing right now. You can keep track of your pets, because we want to get Kiona. We'd love to take Kiona more. We want to get Blitz going on some adventures with us. And we got Ben here. Ben's got Hoku. If you don't know Ben with Semper Gumby, check out his channel. Really awesome guy. Shout out, buddy. And check out Hoku as well. Beautiful, beautiful shepherd.
Mm-hmm. His dog's so pretty.
But yeah, one more time, check out that Halo collar. Once again, that's just a product that we love.
Mm-hmm.
We pay full price for, and we think that if you have, pups, it would be a benefit to you. They are expensive though, so do understand that. But also, dogs are family, and I want to know if and when they get, out of the fence.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have anything else that we need to talk about tonight? We have 8 weeks to give info, answer questions. If you guys have any more questions, comment. We'll answer after the video, or keep those questions until
you have
next week.
The one surprise for the premium campers that you haven't mentioned.
And that's probably how many premium campers do we have in the video right now? So we're live on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you're a premium camping member, say premium here, something like that. I don't know. But how many premium campers do we have in the comments with us? Because we do have that surprise for you. You know which surprise it is, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty big one.
Yeah, I told a couple people at the training event.
Ah.
I know.
So if you are a premium attendee, we are offering the opportunity that if you want to come set up camp on Thursday instead of Friday, you can do that with your premium pass. Now, you're already going to be up front. We're just allowing those premium members here to, the premium fee, they paid extra to come set up on Thursday. So if you've already taken off work, ask for that one extra day so you don't have to get a campsite close. And that also allows for our standard attendees to check into the event quicker, because that's 50 people that we're already getting in the door on Thursday. Now with that though, premium campers are not going to be able to go in the prison area. They're not going to be able to check out any vendors. They're not going to be able to go into the warden's table and get food, limited bathrooms. So be ready for that. We'll have the porta potties and portable restrooms out front, but everything inside the gate will be closed to you. So please know that. But we'll make a post for that also. So if you paid for that premium spot, you were one of the lucky 50. We might see you on Thursday.
Yep.
Anything else we need to hit?
I think we're good now. I mean, we've got a ton of things to add, but that'll be over the next few weeks because it's the small details for the camping.
So we got a lot of information coming out. We will see you next Thursday on the live. If you have questions, save them till then. Or, like I said, shoot us a message. And we got a busy weekend coming up.
Yep.
So we're not going to be maybe camping as much, but we're going to be having fun. So if you're doing something this weekend, be safe out there. If you need anything, by all means, just give us a shout, and we will see you on the trails or in the next live video.